What am I supposed to ask you? What year were you born?
1918.
They didn't even have cars then, did they?
Well, they did.
Not Model T.
Yep.
I need what?
They had a Model T, the car. That's because you're making too much racket.
What does he say?
This is very important.
What kind of cars did they have then?
What cars?
Model T.
I don't know.
Yeah, how would she know anything about cars?
We didn't drive cars
Yeah, they didn't drive.
at that time.
Oh, and then when did
There was
Ask her
no
what she
cars.
drove.
what car did you drive?
Horses and buggies.
We
At home? Yeah.
didn't have a car.
Mother,
Did you use horses?
Did you
Stuttgart.
have horses?
Horses?
Germany. We didn't have a car.
Did you have a horse?
Horse.
No,
A motorcycle?
Mule.
a motorcycle.
Oh, a motorcycle.
My-
With a sidecar?
Yeah,
With a sidecar?
yeah.
Did you have
I think a Mars. M-A-R-S.
Mars? The
Mars.
planet Mars.
I think it was a
The
Mars.
motorcycle
So
came from Mars.
the motorcycle came from Mars.
No.
No.
Ask her about covered wagons.
No, it didn't.
Were you on the have you heard of the Oregon Trail?
Do they have?
Were you on the Oregon Trail?
No.
No.
She was from Germany.
Did it get so hot in Germany that you could cook eggs on the sidewalk?
That's baloney.
You cooked bologna?
Not
Bologna.
bologna, but eggs.
No.
Oh no, wasn't that hot?
Who says that?
I don't know. Does it get hot in Germany?
Jacqueline, did you make a noise up there?
Did they? When did they build the wall?
Has even a message.
The wall?
Yeah, in Germany.
What wall?
The Berlin.
She was gone.
That was
No, when they built it.
in the 70s.
Oh.
She was here.
She was here.
Oh, right. Never mind. Bad question.
I don't know.
Bad question, man.
Let's see. When you went to school,
Barney.
what would be a good school question?
What did you learn?
Well, how far did you get in school? 6th grade, 7th grade, 8th,
Eight.
8th grade?
Yeah.
Is that normal?
Normal.
Normal, you only went to 8th grade,
Yeah.
And then no
Everybody-
more school.
Everybody went 8 grades.
and that was it.
And some went to a different school for 2 more years. They learned
College,
like
No.
college.
the Universitat.
I wasn't going to college because when I stopped 8th grade,
Yeah.
it was already in the 30s when Hitler was already,
When you were in 8th grade?
yeah.
Oh, okay. So, what else? Help me think of good questions.
What'd you
Did
do
you have
after you
toilet paper
graduated?
back then?
Yeah, did you guys use toilet paper? You know,
No,
bleach? No? You used the hand?
no, we used newspaper.
Oh, news.
My mother cut newspapers little
I thought that'd be a good one.
That is a good one.
and had it in the bathroom.
In Germany. What city?
Were you born?
Where were you born?
I was living in Stuttgart,
You weren't born
You
there.
wasn't born there.
born in Koblenz
Oh, I don't.
am Rhein.
What did you do after 8th grade?
I was in Stuttgart.
Stuttgart.
Did she ever get spanked?
Did you get spanked? You
Did I
know.
get spanked
Yeah, spankings.
in school?
Yeah, at home.
No.
Were you naughty?
No, I never get spanked.
Did your mother ever slap you?
Maybe a little bit like that. Not a real.
Not a real whooping.
And not the inside
My
track.
sister got spanked one time by my father. She came home very late one time,
Yeah.
and my father was so upset.
She was out with the boys.
I heard the X-rated
She
part
was
of
with a
this.
boyfriend.
She was with her boyfriend. That's why she got spanked, probably. Yeah, that's good. Good for him.
She did after she graduated. What? After you.
So
But my
after
sister-
8th grade, did you work?
What?
Did you work
After
I
you
worked
gra-
in a
after 8th
factory,
grade.
yeah.
in a factory? What did you make? Stuff for Martha Stewart or clothing?
Knitting dresses.
Knitting?
Dresses made from knitted material, you know.
Like knit one, purl two? Knit crochet?
No, knitting.
Knitting.
Not
But there's
crochet.
needles.
No, not crochet.
Knitting.
I don't know what knitting is.
Like a
That's what I
knitting.
do.
Oh.
Did she go to work?
How did you stay warm in the winter?
How was
Did I
it?
stay warm?
Was it
Winter.
cold?
We had heat.
Wood stove.
We
No,
had a
cold.
stove.
Coal stove?
Coals. Yeah, coals.
Did they have hot showers?
No.
Did you have to take a bath in cold water?
We had hot water.
You had to
And
heat
a
the water
bathtub,
up.
And a bathtub.
You had to heat the water up on the stove and then pour it in the bathtub?
No. On top of this bathtub was a little heater.
That
And
heated
there
the
we
water.
could heat the
Oh.
water and then,
I didn't know that.
yeah,
Kind of like
Did you have a night pot?
yeah,
a night pot?
a party.
So you have to go to the potty at night?
Yeah, when
You-
we had to go party in the night, we had
A bucket.
a little night stand, you know,
Yeah?
and underneath was a little pot.
That you pee in. A pot. Because they don't have water.
We could
There's
go,
no running water.
No, they had running water.
Did they?
We had water,
Oh.
It wasn't running though.
Yeah.
running water
Yeah.
in the bathroom.
Toilet?
Toilet?
Did you have a toilet?
Water
She had a
closet.
toilet
We had a water
closet.
closet. No,
No.
closet.
WC.
What's a water closet?
That's what they called them in England or something, right? With the big water up above. I can't use my hands, but where the water sits above the toilet and then you pull a cord
That's
and then the
okay.
water pours down into the toilet and flush.
That's what they had.
You didn't have that,
Yeah, she did.
did you?
What?
Where the water was up above. And you pulled the cord and it came down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Oh.
but later, I was already
That was a newer innovation.
maybe 10 years old when we got the water coming from the toilet.
What
we
did you-
didn't need.
What about the cotton gin?
What did you use before that?
We had a big thing with
Prohibition?
cold water,
Which
Not in
is
Germany.
and we had to put that in after we did go in to the
To make it go
bathroom.
down?
yeah.
Oh, so they had to help it.
But when I was already 8 or 10, we got the water, the regular water.
What kind of toys did you have?
What kind of
Toys.
Toys.
When you were little.
toys? Dolls.
Dolls.
We
Well,
had
they
a
have
lot
those
of
now.
toys.
Blocks.
A lot of
They'd
toys
be worth a lot.
for boys and girls.
It's like little cars and bikes and things. Little.
Everything. We had a lot. A lot.
So you guys were pretty.
Different things.
You had the best toys on the block.
We had.
Were you the Did you have lots of money?
Did
No.
we have a lot of money?
Yeah. So your mom and dad bought you lots of nice toys.
No.
They had enough money.
We had nice toys. Yeah.
Yeah. See, they had nice toys. Too.
But they weren't rich.
They had a maid.
How about a
We
bicycle?
didn't have that much money.
You had a maid.
We had a maid.
No, they had it made.
We had a maid.
They had it made.
No, they had a maid.
I
We had
understand.
one maid for 10 years.
Wow.
Like Esther.
Did the maid?
Let her tell the story.
And one evening, she wasn't home. And we didn't know where she was. And we had to wait. We told the police,
Yeah.
missing person, you know.
Mm.
And about 2 months, it was in winter, about 2 months or 3 months later, they told us they found her in the river, Neckar. She drowned. She killed herself
She jumped in the river.
Suicide.
because she saw her boyfriend had a different girl.
Oh.
Same old story.
So she killed herself, and we had to wait 3 months, 2 or 3 months, before we found out what happened to her.
Oh, that's terrible. Did you ever? You didn't get a new
She
maid
raised me. She raised me.
from
Lena was her name.
from a little baby.
Lena.
I was a baby
Lena.
when we got her.
Lena was in the time machine.
Lena?
Lena.
Oh, yeah.
Did you have a
Then
telephone?
we got
She
another
was
one.
with the Eloy.
She was okay.
The second maid.
I don't know what happened to her.
Did you have a telephone?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's cool. I didn't know they had
Two cans.
two tin cans. No, they were telephones.
I had a telephone.
That's
My girlfriends, we always called each other on the phone and talked.
it's like party chat, like party, right? Everybody could talk all the time at the same time.
Party line.
That's expensive nowadays to even get that working. Yeah, so
So she worked at the factory knitting dresses.
knitting dresses.
Huh?
You knitted dresses. You were knitting.
There's a plate too.
I didn't knit
She made the
dresses.
dresses
No.
out of knitted material.
Oh, you put them together?
Do you mean in the factory?
Yeah. Or did you do one?
This is knitting. See,
Right.
this is knitting
Material.
Yeah.
product.
So,
So
putting
did-
clothes, making clothes.
So you made clothes.
They had the material in all colors and styles, and we had a different department where they cut, and a different department where they sewed them together.
How old were you?
I was, I think, 16.
16.
When she graduated 8th grade.
In 8th grade?
It was a Jewish factory and Jewish.
Oh. So
owners. The
only.
owners were Jewish.
Oh, I see. So
Isn't that where you worked, Linda?
But then when Hitler came, they had to sell the factory, and I had
well,
no,
didn't he take all the people?
I had no job anymore.
Not that
Oh, not right away.
No.
Ask her what her grandfather did.
What did your grandfather do?
He was a butcher.
Ah,
He had a kosher butcher shop
lots of salt.
in Koblenz.
Oh.
And he was 83, and his wife was, I think, 79. They both went to Auschwitz and got killed.
What was his name?
Huh?
What was his name?
Daniel.
Daniel
That was his last
That's his last
Simon.
name.
Oh.
Simon Daniel.
Simon.
Simon Daniel. And then
Daniel was the last name.
what was your grandma? What was her?
I forget.
Simone's wife.
Oh my God.
I looked it up too, and I figured it out.
Mrs. Daniel.
Well, I was trying to do a family tree, and I found that Daniel was the last name, because you helped me with that, right?
Yeah, because if Michelle would have been a boy, her name would have been Daniel
Right.
after that.
And her grandma's name was Erna.
Your mom's name is Erna.
Yeah, that was my grandma.
Right.
Daniel.
Her name was
Her name
Daniel.
The maiden name, Daniel.
But
What?
her married name was Gumbrich.
Gumbridge.
Right. Yeah, I know. I have that. That's
That's
and-
what I need to know.
Why are you standing? Can't you sit down?
I could. I like to
That
stand.
wasn't the answer to a question.
You just keep answering. When you, why am I standing? I just like to stand. That's funny. I was just trying to think of. So he was a butcher.
Why do you want to know all
Just because I
Why
don't.
do you want to know all that stuff?
It's interesting. I like history,
You
and
like this-
I never liked history until I got older. In school, I
Same
did not like history. It was I couldn't stand it. I hated it. I didn't want to learn
I
anything.
didn't like it.
Now?
Now I'm interested in history, and I want to know
Watch your family.
what my family and where I came from and
Mm-hmm.
where everybody else
Your
came from.
roots.
I understand.
Yeah, so it's hard. Just like to
So
know.
We
ask,
change. When we get older, we change.
Oh yeah, our interests change.
Yeah,
ask her
I like peas now.
when she got married.
I didn't like peas when I was younger. Peas were gross, but now I like peas.
Yeah.
You like
Green peas,
green peas?
peas. Do you like peas?
Yeah,
Pea
Orange-
pods.
orange peas.
I like peas.
I did not like peas when I was little,
He
And
never
now
ate
you
them.
like them.
and now I like
He
peas.
would never eat them
No.
We change.
What was the other question you had?
when she get married.
Oh, when did you get married? Well, that was here in the States.
No.
No, Germany.
There.
Oh,
I got married in Germany in '46.
1946, and then
That's before I was
Second.
born.
and then you came here
No, 45.
before you were born.
1945.
Otherwise she would have got
'Cause your
pregnant
Uncle
before
Irv.
I came out from the concentration camp. in 45.
And
And then a few months later, I came back to Stuttgart
And met
in a
Abish.
DP camp,
and you met him there.
and I
Better
met
known
my
as
husband there.
And that was in 46?
46, yeah.
And then you got married?
No, I married in 45.
Oh.
No, 46.
46.
46.
Because Irvin was born 12 months after 47.
45.
When were you?
46.
When was Uncle Irv born?
45.
December 47. 46. 47.
Huh?
Dennis is right.
So then, when did you come to America?
Tell the story how you came here.
47.
Tell the story how you got to come here.
How?
Who let you come?
To come to America.
Yeah, you just hopped on a ship and drove over, right?
By ship, I
Yeah.
came.
Yeah. Just
I
out
have
there.
I had an uncle in New York, and he sent us papers to come to America.
Ah,
He sponsored them.
ein Papier.
So they were legal when they came. They weren't illegal.
They didn't sneak here,
No,
Right.
which would have been fine too. But
no. They did
so
not.
they got papers from your uncle in New York. Who was
To come to America.
he rich?
No.
He lived in New York. He must have had
He
lots of
lived
money.
in an
He
upscale
lived in
neighborhood.
Queens.
He
Forest
he
Hills.
escaped from
that
Germany
Queens?
before the war.
Oh,
Yeah,
He was smart.
how did he? How do you
It's
get
called
out of
Forest Hills.
Germany?
yeah, in Queens.
Queens.
Well,
Queens is
he
the
was
borough.
smart.
Okay.
He figured out a way,
He knew that it wasn't good for the Jews to be in Germany.
right? But he figured it out. I gotta get out of here. So he's
A
said,
lot of Jews left Germany before.
Yeah.
They
Lutz did.
had a
Lutz.
But some left
They
and
saw.
went to places they thought were safe and were not.
Her sister.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Where did
Tell her,
sister
ask
go?
her about her sister.
Yeah.
"Where'd your sister go?"
Ask what happened to her.
My sister, she went to Amsterdam, Holland.
Oh.
And
Before the war?
During.
No,
Or
before.
when did
No,
she
it was
leave? In
during.
39.
Oh,
She
Before
left,
the
start.
war.
40?
39.
she left in
When
39.
did the
Right.
war start?
September 1st.
40 or 39?
39.
No. Got
Did she
married.
leave before the war, your sister?
No, the war was already.
It was already going on.
Yeah.
Started, yeah.
Going
that's what I
on.
thought. Okay, ask her now what happened.
To her sister?
Yeah.
She
She
went
got
to.
killed in Auschwitz.
She
Where
got.
did they go get her?
They got her in
Find her.
Amsterdam.
Found her in Holland.
Yeah.
She
Hitler invaded
She
Holland.
married a guy, a Jewish guy, who immigrated from Germany to Holland too. They were married maybe half a year, and both of them got sent to Auschwitz and got killed.
Huh.
Why?
Why?
Well, you learn when you're in 6th grade.
Because that's what
Why?
happened.
Because they were Jewish.
Because of their religion.
And
You'll learn
That's
about.
the only reason.
you'll learn about it next year.
You'll learn about it when
I
you're
did.
in 7th grade,
6th grade.
6th grade,
Okay.
and then you get to see videos when you're in 8th grade. I think. At
No,
least
6th
I
grade.
did. No?
I saw him in 6th grade.
Oh,
Hmm.
that's kind of young for them to see that stuff.
Yeah,
But
it is. I didn't want to see it
And
now.
that's all I had, one sister.
one sister,
She was 26 when she got killed.
she was
Did
young.
she want you to come live with her?
She had a plan to bring the whole family to
to
Holland.
Amsterdam.
Ask what happened to where her mom
Yeah.
and dad went.
Oh yeah, your mom and dad
My mom and dad,
was
they were escaped to Shanghai.
yes.
China.
And I
China.
was supposed to go with my
Suitcase.
everything was packaged already
Oh.
in luggage. I had ready to go with my parents.
Yep.
But my passport did not come back in time. And my parents had to leave because my father would have been taken back to the concentration camp if he would not have left. So
And
They
you
said-
Did they let him? They let him leave?
Yeah, when it first started,
They were
They
saying
let
you
they,
can go.
They kept him for a year and then let him
Oh,
go
they
back.
already had captured him once.
well, yeah, they had him.
They had him in the camp.
But tell them about the papers.
do you know about the Kristallnacht?
Mom,
Crystal
tell
Knight.
them about the false papers. The false papers.
false papers.
Tell them.
Germany sent false papers to that place where my father was, in the camps
Not Germany.
in Germany.
Yeah, but it was an organization, a Jewish.
Oh, to get
Jewish-
them out.
Hilfsverein,
Yeah,
Jewish Hilfsverein,
right.
Jewish organizations who helped the Jews, you know, in Stuttgart. They sent papers to that place where my father was, that he can emigrate to
another.
Bolivia.
But
And
they weren't
because
real.
And because of that,
Right.
they let my father go home. And when he came home, we found out it was fake. There was no way to
There
go
was
to
no
Bolivia.
Bolivia, yeah.
But now he had to go to the Gestapo to report every week about when he was leaving Germany. Because if he would not have left,
They would have come in and take him.
they take him again.
How did he look?
And he would be dead.
How did he look when he got back from the camp?
Huh?
How did he look when he got back?
He was half the person when he came back.
He was probably heavy.
He was heavy and he was half, like a finger. When he came back after
Oh.
9 months, 8 months.
That's starving, probably.
Working hard enough, no food, you know.
Ugh.
I can write a book.
Yeah.
I can write a book.
Don't you already have a book?
No.
Oh, we want to know.
I have a story, yeah. In a
Oh,
book.
and then how did he die?
How did he die?
Yeah.
Her dad?
He died,
Ask her.
he died normal.
He died normally.
He had heart, bad heart.
He got a bad heart because they starved him
That's right.
when he was in the camp.
That's right.
And if you get starved, you lose fat first, then you start losing your muscle. And your heart
Is a muscle.
That's right.
So he damaged his heart when he was being starved.
His
He had a
heart was
bad
very
heart
bad.
when he came
When
to the
he
United
came back
States.
from Shanghai,
And then
To
4 years in
America.
World War I. He
He
fought
went-
in World War I. 4
He
years.
fought in
That's-
World War One.
4 years.
Yeah.
he went
It's a
to the
stressful life.
Yeah.
And then in Shanghai, he lived under the Japanese.
I know, the rule of the Japanese.
This guy had a hell of a life.
The
And then-
Chinese.
But he came here.
Japanese.
When he
invaded
came
Japan.
back from
Oh.
Shanghai to America, he had to go to the doctor. Everybody has to go to the doctor when they come from a different country.
Yep.
The doctor told us it can happen any moment that he's going to die. His heart was very bad. So he was
And how old?
he was
I have to believe it happened in the
60.
With all
I
that.
think
He was in his 50s.
68 when he passed away. But he
What
was,
year- what
he
year was
another
that,
time-
do we think?
Another time in bed. But when I had Irwin,
54.
when
Oh,
Irwin was
wow.
born, he got out of bed and he came over to our place to see. No, we brought Irwin. When I came home from the hospital
Yeah,
with you,
yeah.
I took you to my father, where my father lived.
He was
He
happy.
lived just around the corner from us.
I remember.
And I showed my father Irwin, and
He was
he
happy.
got a little better.
He
He
was
was so
happy.
happy to have a new
How did
grandson.
how did she get with her parents?
Oh, how did you find your mom and your dad?
Oh, that's a long story. That took a long time.
Oh, because you didn't know they
I
were.
did not know nothing. 9
And
years.
they didn't know either.
Oh,
We were separated 9 years.
so long.
They didn't know if I was alive. I didn't know if they were alive. I did write to my uncle in New York
To see if he had
to
heard.
find out if he knows the address of my parents.
How did your mom die?
And
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Old age.
I knew her.
Mm-hmm.
and he found the address, did write to me, gave me the address.
Yeah.
I did write to my parents, the first letter. And then I got a letter back from my parents. My parents, they were so happy to hear that I was alive
Wow.
and okay. But then they found out about my sister,
Yeah.
that she got killed in Auschwitz. That was bad.
So just imagine if the whole family had gone to Holland.
They would all
They
be,
would have gone
be
to
dead.
Auschwitz.
and we wouldn't all be here.
None of us would be here.
Nobody would be here.
Well, Jacqueline would be here,
Yeah.
If I would,
and Dad,
Not here.
not right here.
Not right
Yeah, you're right.
none of you would be here. None
No.
of you. If
No
I would,
Drew, no
if I
Riley,
would not have
no Mike,
survived.
no Irv.
And
No,
she
me.
only survived on the last day of her internship. She was already sick with typhus. She was freed on the day that she had
How
died.
many? How long? How long was she in that camp?
3.5 years.
3.5 years.
And the last day,
The last day.
or the last day you were,
The
You-
last 10 days, I got sick, a little bit sick, but not better. And then we stayed in a city.
A barn.
Huh?
You stayed in a barn.
a
In a
barn
barn.
in the
A
camps?
barn.
In a barn. Oh, the last day. When we got...
Freed.
But you didn't know you were getting freed.
No.
She,
So did they just burst in and open the doors and say, "Hey, everybody, it's time to go"?
No, they were Russians.
Oh, they didn't
They
speak.
killed all the Germans outside the barn.
Oh, is it guns?
Yeah, they killed the Germans outside the barn. And then nobody let you out, right?
Yeah.
And so you broke out the doors and all the Germans were dead. Right?
And in
Wow.
that barn,
And then where do you
people were dying.
go?
They
People were
didn't know.
dying of typhus all over in that barn. So that's where she caught typhus.
After about 8 days, we came to a big city in Germany.
After you broke out?
After
And,
she was liberated.
and I was sick.
She
They
walked.
They took me they came with a wagon and cows in front of the wagon to pull the wagon. Cows, not horses.
Cart.
With cows.
And they took me to the hospital. And the hospital was full of survivors. And they died every day.
Because of the typhus or
And
Typhoid.
weakness
Never
from
Typhoid fever.
starvation,
Yeah.
I never
no
forget
resistance.
the way they cried all night, you know, from the pain and fever. And I had 3 days